Hello everyone, my name is Incoherence, and this is Showcase, a series in which I buy the shit so you don't have to. Tonight, we're looking at Battlefleet Gothic Armada, which is a game I've had my eye on for a couple of weeks now because, as you all know, I'm a big Warhammer fan. So this is just another game to catalog, you know, right next to the chess one, as well as it's going to be between the chess one and the all the mobile card games that have also been released about Warhammer 40,000. My god. Anyway, Battlefleet Gothic Armada has been developed by Tindalos Interactive, who have just recently, just this morning for me, begun a multiplayer beta, and I was graciously allowed to join it as well. If you want to be in this beta, you have to have pre-ordered the game, which, luckily enough, is 10% off on Steam. So, regular price is $40 US. 10% off makes it about, I think it's like 37, 35 US dollars, something to that effect. You can check it out. Anyway, if you get access to this beta, you will be able to play online, you will be able to skirmish against the AI, and most importantly, you will be able to start a campaign. You can only use 2 of the final 4 fleets, though. In this beta, you will be able to use the Imperium of Man and the Fleets of Chaos. In the final release, I don't think there is a final release date quite yet, so this beta is going to be a couple of weeks. Anyway, in the final release, there will be 4 fleets. There will be the Orks, as well as the Eldar. Very interesting. Anyway, I'm going to try to show off the game here, and the best way I think to do that would be to hop into the campaign. The tutorial doubles as the prologue to the campaign, and there is a lot of dialogue, so I'm going to try not to talk too much over cutscenes and whatnot. So if I'm not speaking, that is why. Anyway, let us jump right the fuck in. We're going to be playing on normal difficulty because, obviously, I'm a noob at this. I've only played the game for, I don't know, an hour, 2 hours. Checked out the campaign, did a few skirmishes. Seems to be pretty interesting. But anyway, here is the first cutscene.
The Imperium of Man has endured under the rule of the immortal Emperor. The worlds of man are scattered across the galaxy, threatened by savage aliens, heretics who defy the Emperor's will, and horrors lurking upon forgotten worlds. It is a time of endless war, selfless heroism, and blackest infamy.
I see fortresses in the stars. A circle of 6, but they sleep yet and must be awakened. Ride upon the storms of chaos. Gather your rivals around you. End discord and terror throughout 1,000 worlds. Abaddon the Despoiler, War Master of Chaos. You speak in meaningless riddles. What are the fortresses in the stars? Answer me or die now! Stop this foolishness. I have consorted with creatures far more powerful than you. Speak, crone, but I will remember your insolence. Seek the hand of darkness. Take the eye of night. With these, the citadels will be yours to command. A chorus of 1 billion throats will cry your name in fear and hatred. The stars themselves will run red with blood. If you have the courage for it. War Master.
Well, that was quite the fucking cutscene, I have to say. Pretty goddamn intense, and also creepy as hell. I don't know about you guys, but personally, I wouldn't fuck with a space crone.
Battlefleet Command has lost
But anyway,
contact
here
with
we
orbital
are,
station
beginning the
Aleph from
prologue.
Naxos system. I'm on
And
my
we've
way to
met
investigate.
our protagonist,
Sir,
Captain
we're
Spire,
approaching the location of
and
orbital
his
station
eternally
Aleph.
yelling commissar.
Captain, the station is surrounded by an asteroid field. I have calculated the best approach for us to pass through it safely.
See, I just imagine the commissar standing on the command deck like 2 feet to the right of our captain, Captain Spire, and he's just fucking yelling in his goddamn ear all the damn time. Captain Spire actually suffers from migraines, I think, due to the shouting, which is why he's had all these implants.
Understood.
Anyway, if you guys get this game, you will have to deal with a little bit of fuckery right off the bat. The default camera controls are not WASD. I think W and A were actually bound to some unit control, like movement speed, etc., etc. So I had to go in and screw with the controls and customize them a bit. So just be aware, you may have to deal with some fuckery. Anyway, we know how to select units with the left mouse button. We know how to
minefield directly ahead, Captain.
Okay.
We must maneuver quickly, or it is likely the ship will be damaged.
So this tech priest has noticed these mines where our navigator was not able. I mean, we're hardly even moving. So I don't know. Anyway, we will drift out of the way. Oh, okay. Well, clearly those mines aren't actually active because we just Tokyo drifted our ass and right into them, and they didn't explode. Okay, so let's just think critically about this for a moment. Our navigator was able to plot a course through this asteroid field, but he was not able to detect these mines. Very odd. Very odd indeed. I mean, if we were to think of the scale of this, it's like tens of thousands of kilometers, I'm going to say. Or at the very least, thousands of kilometers. Each of these is like a small planetoid in itself. It's like an asteroid-sized fucking mine. Anyway, yeah. I was going to talk about asteroid fields a little bit.
Is heavily damaged. I suggest we move in closer to discover what happened here.
So we are going to approach this orbital station. I was going to read this little blurb about asteroid fields.
Captain,
Jesus Christ.
faster by pushing the engine status to all ahead full.
These assholes, they know that I want to talk about asteroids, and every time they see me open my mouth, they pipe in with something else. Anyway, asteroid fields are dangerous obstacles that deal damage to every ship entering them. The damage dealt by asteroid fields are mitigated by the armor of entering ships. Okay, wonderful. Very easy to grasp. I'm sure we can also do exactly what they're saying. We will go all ahead full. So the UI is quite cluttered, but there is a lot of stuff to use, and we will eventually get to it all. So I don't really want to go too in depth with it, but basically these are some auto functions. You can select your facing, select your distance, select what side of your ship will fire. I don't quite remember what these buttons do, but then you have your navigation dial here, and then all of your skills and whatnot. Okay, so the combustion gauge.
Been attacked recently. The enemy may still be lurking around.
Sir, I recommend dispatching some of the ship's arms.
My God, Commissar. I'm right here. You don't have to shout at me. Like, he's just so fucking he's so eager to board this fucking orbital station. I'm just trying to talk about combustion gauges over here, and he's just Commander! Commander, the kebabs are ready. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Commissar. Okay, so the combustion gauge is this gauge here, doing high energy turns and all ahead fulls, etc., etc. We'll use our combustion gauge as well as our burn retros. Anyway, we have to board this station, which is kind of crazy. I don't know why we're trying to recover this station. It's going to be sucked into a black hole shortly. Jesus Christ.
Is underway, Captain.
That wasn't a boarding party. Those are like fucking torpedoes. Okay. We are now inside the station.
We've found the command center, sir. This place is a mess. It's full of bodies. The station's command crew.
They're all dead.
Act cautiously, Sergeant. I have a bad feeling about this.
And now he's yelling over the fucking radio.
Sir, the station is a trap. We're under attack by traitor forces.
A trap, you say? Say it ain't so.
A defense platform on the station has activated and is targeting our vessel.
Fuck. Okay.
Broadside macro cannons ready to fire.
So we have to fire upon this this gun station, and there we go. We've begun our first volley. Now, if you look at our ship, you will notice two bars. Obviously, the blue bar is our shields. The green bar is our hull. As we take damage, our shields will absorb most of the damage, but the shields, I think they leak a little bit. So we actually suffer hull damage the weaker our shields get. But anyway, what we need to do is do a little bit of a burn, like so that we can use our lance. There it is. Lances are energy beams that will always hit the target and ignore its armor. Macro cannons are standard weaponry. The accuracy of this weapon decreases with distance. So these bolts of energy are our macro weapon. Macro cannon, rather, and the lance was that big beam of energy which will... Okay, I was going to... We blew it to pieces. Our master gunner is very pleased about that.
I'm picking up some strange signals in the nearby gas cloud.
Interesting. Okay, so enemies at long distances are represented by these blips. Once you get near them, you will detect them, and then you will be able to find out what type of ship they are. Okay, so we're going to turn around. They're going to fire volleys already.
The signals. They're
Iconoclast destroyers. So we've got 2 destroyers to deal with.
This sector is a long way from the Eye of Terror.
I don't know, Captain Spire. What could they be after?
Reasons, Captain.
Oh my god,
These
Commissar.
heretics must
This
be
guy is
destroyed
so
at
loud!
once.
Captain, consulting the ship's cogitators.
Alright, so if we press the space bar,
making tactical decisions in battle.
Eventually we will be able to, there we go, we can slow down the game. We can do a bit of a burn, a little bit of a drift to use our lance weapon on this destroyer. Actually, let's just take a quick moment to really...
Master Gunner, we need to direct additional power to the targeting
Captain Spire wants us to use a skill, and we will do. But first, I wanted to point out that we can actually see where all of our weapons are located. Here is the Prow Lance. We have 2 double macro turrets on the top, and then we also have banks, or batteries rather, of light macro batteries. So you can actually see where all of your weapons are. Very interesting. Anyway, we want to blow this fucking thing away with our lance. So we'll do a bit of a burn. There we go. And then we can use our lance, perhaps? I'm not sure. But we're going to lock on anyway, which will allow us to increase our accuracy. There we go. And there's our lance. We're going to fire our macro turrets in just a moment. There we go. We can probably spin around all the way so that we can get the other side involved. Boom! That ship is gone. I think the other ship is gone as well. Did we really destroy both of those destroyers?
Well done, crew.
I suppose so.
Captain,
okay.
The auger arrays
are
reporting more enemy signals.
Oh no!
Many more.
A gigantic chaos fleet.
Abaddon the Despoiler himself? Has he shown up?
There's no way we could survive fighting them head on. Contact the High Command immediately.
Unable to do so.
You're gonna have to do a lot more than that, I think.
Captain,
this is fairly
there may be
severe.
a way for us to escape and warn Port Moore. We could risk an emergency warp.
I don't really...
It's risky to engage the warp
Oh my
engines.
god, the Commissar... Okay, thank you, Commissar. I'm trying to think over here. You're spitting on me. Say it, don't spray it, you fucking asshole. Okay. Oh no. So we have to do an emergency warp jump, which I'm not very... Oh my god, we're taking quite a bit of damage. Look at these, like, girders flying off our ship. I think we lost... We lost a battery there. We don't want to jump into the warp, but we have to... You never know, we may come out the other end like 2 millennia later. Oh, but here we go. We're gonna fucking zoom in there. Shit, no one likes going into the warp. And we are victorious. I don't know if having to do an emergency jump into the warp can be considered as victory, but hey, keeping your life, that's gotta be worth something, right? Anyway, we have gained some renown, which we will use later to actually upgrade and customize our ships. That's right. Not only is there a tactical battle mode, but there is also a meta game, like a campaign function, which is very, very interesting. So we're going to be gaining ships, we're going to be losing ships, etc., etc. We're going to have to defend planets. But not only that, every ship we get, line ship that is, the bigger ships, we can outfit them with separate, different modules, different weapons, things like that. It's very interesting. But anyway, I think we ought to continue and head to the next section of the game here. Port Maw, capital of the Gothic sector, headquarters of Battlefleet Gothic. This place is fucking massive. We know the ships are huge. But this station is fucking massive as well. Is that a fucking clock tower? Right here. Is this... is that a clock tower? Now, I realize that the ships are basically cathedrals with guns floating in space, but why... Why do you need a clock tower? I can't say. Yeah, this fucking thing. It looks like a goddamn clock tower, like Big Ben in space.
If what you say is true, Captain Spire, a vast Chaos fleet is massing for attack. Inquisitor Horst, are you sure of this man?
Maybe we should consider someone else.
Isn't this captain from a planet that rebelled against the Emperor's will?
Enough! His faith will be tested thoroughly.
Oh boy. We're gonna have to do a pop quiz. What is the Emperor's favorite color?
Obey his words, for he will lead you to the light of the future.
What in the fuck?
Honor his servants, for they speak his voice. Tremble before his majesty, for we all walk in his immortal shadow.
What the fuck is going on here? Are they injecting, like, the Emperor's urine
Let us begin.
into his arm? Nope. I guess it's a big steamy sauna. Too hot because he's screaming. No, it looks like they've entered our mind. They've penetrated our mind and they've tortured us a little bit.
The enemy we face is no ordinary foe.
No, don't worry, I understand. Oh, look at that.
You are to be promoted to the rank of Admiral and given command of a fleet.
I will not fail you, Inquisitor.
That was easy.
There is much to do and little time. Admiral.
That animation, I don't know about that.
Storm coming to the Gothic sector.
It kind of ruins the suspension of disbelief there. You know, like if you don't animate the faces at all, we can just say, oh yeah, that person is speaking. But once you begin animating the mouth, then I don't know. It just looked kind of bad as well.
The Gothic sector is beginning to turn away from the Emperor's light.
Lord Admiral
Treachery,
Ravensburg.
sedition, and heresy have broken out like a plague upon our worlds.
This guy's basically the Alfred
Your
of our
new rank
universe.
entitles you to command a small war fleet of Imperial Navy ships.
Ah,
It
okay.
is your task to ensure the citizens of the Imperium remain safe and loyal.
Okay, so this is basically the metagame, the campaign I was talking about earlier. We have something called Seditions. Imperial soldiers gone rogue will try to take systems from you. These traitors are not part of any threat but lost planets will give you penalties nonetheless. So this is a mission type sedition. It really determines who you will be fighting against. So we can see here that there are quite a few planets in this system. This is the Port Ma system. Port Ma is, of course, at the center. And I kind of get like an XCOM feeling from this, almost like a Dawn of War 2 as well. You know, where you have to choose which missions you want to do. You have to weigh the pros and cons between them. And then there's different types of worlds as well. I'm not entirely sure what these do yet. Oh, look at that. Basic products worlds. Oh. Okay, so each of these worlds has a different bonus to it. Very interesting. So you kind of have to decide what worlds you can lose and what you want to keep. Eventually, more systems get added as we carry on, but we have to head to Acre to deal with this sedition.
To the unrest and rebellion threatening a nearby system.
Okay, so we have to set up an ambush for this ship. If we are victorious, we'll get 15 renown, 30% the cost of the destroyed enemy ships, and 15% the cost of heavily damaged enemy ships. Okay, so that just tells us what our reward is going to be. A little bit of renown. But yes, you spend...
interface helps you prepare your fleet for
fucking
the next
Ravenburg,
mission.
out of nowhere.
At the head of every fleet is the flagship. You must select one of your vessels as the flagship for each assignment. Choose your dauntless light cruiser as the flagship for this first operation.
Okay. Yes, I was going to say, renown, you spend renown to upgrade your ships, essentially. It's the currency of the campaign. So when we build a fleet, we have fleet points, which determines how large the fleet can be. And the less fleet points we spend,
you have another captain assigned to your
the more bonus renown
this
points we will
captain
get
commands a dauntless
at
light
the end of the
cruiser
mission.
And will assist you for the duration of the mission. Add his ship to your fleet.
Okay, so we've got a sub-captain that would be added to our fleet. So for example, we could potentially have 3 ships, but if I only used 1, I would then get 146 bonus renown points. So it's a good way to increase your income.
Smaller ships of the
there we go, another line
can
ship.
Provide fire support or scout for the enemy. The Firestorm frigates are a good choice for this assignment.
So the ships that we actually customize are these larger ships like cruisers, light cruisers, I believe. You can see that they're all named. We've got the Redeemer of Ascension, that is our flagship. We have a second ship called the Honor of Getzmain. But these escort ships are just generic ships. They don't carry over from mission to mission, I don't believe. You can't customize them, I don't think. But anyway, we're going to spend 41 points to get another ship.
To engage the enemy,
and there we go. We are ready.
You should set
Ravensburg,
for
we're
the
ready.
Target system at once.
Please, Ravensburg. Ravensburg, get out of the way. I'm trying to fight this battle. Okay, here we are on the battlefield.
Admiral, the fleet has reached the last known position of the heretic ships.
Fucking Commissar, you're killing me. Holy shit, look at
This
that
addition
asteroid
must
thing.
not stand.
What the
How
fuck
shall
is
we
that?
deploy our flagship?
I don't know. If you calm down for just a minute, maybe.
You must select how you wish to deploy remaining ships of the line.
If you let me think for a goddamn second,
now that your cruisers are deployed, you must next determine where to place the Firestorm escort vessels.
Like, I feel like this voice he probably had to drink some
Your new promotion has placed you in command
some
of the
ginger and lemon
fleet,
tea after
Admiral.
this, because it would just
That
totally
means you
wreck
can order your captains to adopt
your vocal
engagement
cords
modes
after like
during
a
the
day of
battle.
recording, I feel like.
These engagement modes define how your captains act
Oh
in
my
battle.
god, okay.
You can change the engagement modes at any time.
Alright, so, yes, these are,
Firestorm escort ships have powerful prow weapons.
Alright.
I would advise setting these
Okay.
ships to a frontal attack. A good understanding of
okay.
each ship's weapons is the best way to know which engagement mode to use.
There is also quite a lot of railroading in this campaign. You don't really make any true decisions for quite a while. I'd say like an hour. Anyway, as I said, there is a lot of dialogue in this prologue as well. So anyway, these buttons are your auto functions. I think I mentioned that before. So what we've done here is we've told this ship to engage from the front because it has a lance. We are going to tell this ship to reduce its engagement distance because it has macro turrets.
Now that we've deployed the fleet,
and then
it is time to root out these rebellious traitors.
This third row determines which side the ship will engage from. But anyway, we are ready. We've deployed our ships, and now we are ready to move.
We will advance as one group at the same speed. We will set
so we are going to
and use it to ambush the rebel ships.
We're going to position ourselves in this gas cloud and prepare an ambush to destroy the seditious rebels. Okay, so you can select multiple ships by drawing a rectangle, pretty standard. We can create control groups with control plus any number, pretty standard. And then we can manage our group selection by adding and removing ships with control click. But we don't really need any control groups right now. We only have 3 ships,
Admiral.
which are going to steam ahead full into this gas cloud, like so.
Your orders.
Our second ship, the Honor of Getzmain, actually has a torpedo launcher as well. If we look, we can see the torpedo bays here. Man, these ships look fucking sick.
The gas cloud conceals
I gotta
our
say,
fleet
I always loved
We're invisible to
the
enemy
aesthetic
ships.
design of these ships in Warhammer 40,000. I mean, look at this fucking prow, like this great ramming point plus. I don't know what the hell you.
Wait
Oh
until you
shit!
have identified your
We've
target,
actually.
Captain.
We can now see through our ship because it's in stealth
Don't
mode.
tell us what we're looking at.
Anyway,
well, Captain. Launch the probe.
these guys are talking about ship identification and probes. As I mentioned, ships that are far away will appear as blips. Until they enter the view range of any of our ships, they will always remain as a blip. Right now, we are launching a probe, and we can even follow it over. And this probe... Oh, shit, I didn't realize we were slow-mo there. This probe will detect enemy ships, and we can determine what course of action to take. Ships that are hidden from enemy sight become stealthed. You can hide inside a gas cloud, or you can turn your ships...
Ship ready.
Or you can tell your ships to run silent, which will
That ship belongs
make
to the
them go
traitorous
stealth
rebels.
as well.
Now that we have identified
Here
the
is...
ship, our weapons cogitators can automatically target the enemy vessel.
This is an
All
enemy
ships
dominator
attack the enemy
cruiser.
vessel.
Very interesting. It's a very beautiful ship too. It's a shame we're gonna have to destroy it. Okay, we're gonna select all of our ships.
Orders.
I think what we want to do is go into slow-mo.
Tactical cogitators.
We want to set up a great torpedo launch. So we kind of want to do... We kind of want to lead the enemy
Orders received.
like that. There we go. And now we can fire from
Target
afar.
locked in.
And look at that. We launched 4 torpedoes, and they're cruising for the enemy ship. And maybe 3 of them are going to hit. Oh, I guess there's a maximum range to those, and I didn't realize.
Did Ravensburg send you?
Okay, so we're going to leave this thing at a long range, actually, because it has torpedoes. There we go.
They can reward you for your skill and your devotion.
Sure. Okay, so this guy's name is just Seditious. Like, he's not like Seditious Rebel Captain. He's just Seditious, which is a wonderful name. Okay, we kind of want to do a controlled burn to swing around so we can torpedo these assholes. Look at this. Oh, so you can see already that this game can get quite micro-intensive, but there are a lot of tools at your disposal to allow you to set ships to become... Oh man, we completely missed there. So what we can do is target specific modules on enemy ships as well. We can even set the priority of enemy ships if we have our ships on an automatic attack mode. And there we go. We've destroyed their shield capacitors, so now they are not going to be able to take as much damage as before. We can also target their engines. Okay. So we're going to stop our ship here because we want to be in position for another torpedo salvo. We're going to get really close though, and we're going to launch right now. Look at that. Boom! 4 torpedoes straight into the side of that ship. My god.
Admiral, this is a battle we cannot win.
Who is... Oh,
I'm taking my ship out of this
I guess my frigate has just
Admiral,
exploded.
He is activating his warp engines and preparing to disengage from the battlefield.
So this
cowardice cannot be tolerated.
cruiser
Admiral,
is trying to flee?
Put an end to this
But why?
display and make an example of this craven fool.
Sure, why not? Execute.
Admiral's fire. This is Lieutenant Kraft. We've executed
Hello,
the captain and taken back control
Lieutenant
of the
Kraft.
ship.
Jesus
Well done,
Christ.
Kraft. You've been promoted to captain. Follow my orders and we'll get through this.
That's kind of
As you
hilarious.
command, Admiral.
I don't know if that's something we'll have to do often, like execute enemy,
Helm coordinates acknowledged.
well, not enemy, but execute our own officers. That'd be very interesting,
Yes,
I have to say. Okay, we need to do another burn to prepare for some torpedoes. Can we ram this fucking thing?
Cruising speed set.
Come on, ram it. Oh, boom! Yes, ramming is an actual valid tactic in this game. I love it. That's why we have the deep prows. But here are some torpedoes. Holy shit! We're just double teaming this thing. Ram it.
Understood.
Oh, it's gonna be messy. Oh, what a display! And we're gonna jet away too. Look at this.
The enemy ship has activated its warp engines.
That was a
and is
fucking
attempting to
stellar move.
disengage.
I have a strike team of Navy armsmen ready to sabotage the enemy's
Thank you,
warp
Commissar.
engines.
You're
We
crazy
must
as hell.
act quickly and use the ship's teleportarium to launch the attack.
The teleportarium. Okay, so we're going to launch
Ship ready.
a lightning strike, which teleports an elite corps of Marines on board.
The Emperor is as false as your courage.
And there we go. We have prevented
Silence this
their
heresy. Fire
we've
all
prevented their
weapons.
warp teleportation, and now we can
Yes, Admiral.
continue to jet around and fucking destroy these guys. Look at this. We're going to go full ahead. We're gonna ram them again. Boom!
We should keep our distance
Jesus
from the
Christ.
enemy ship, sir. It will soon explode.
Okay, so we need to
Engines to maximum.
avoid this thing because it's going to explode!
You fought with valor this day, and proven yourselves worthy of the Imperial Navy.
Wow, that was a lot of fun. Holy
Set
shit.
course to leave the system.
Ramming enemy ships.
I must report our victory
Jesus
to Lord
Christ.
Admiral Ravensburg.
Oh yes, we must report back to Ravensburg. I swear, he's like the Alfred of this game. Oh my god, 93 renown for that. And we have leveled up our second ship, the Honor of Getzman, or whatever it was. Anyway, everyone, it has been half an hour. I think that is more than enough to pique your interest and get a sort of superficial understanding of the game. If you want to see more, be sure to stick around on my channel. You can subscribe down below, because I plan to play this over the next couple of days and upload all the while. If you want to see more of this, be sure to leave a like and a comment, just so I know. If you want to get updates on any of those uploads, you can follow me on social media, Twitter, Facebook, anything like that. But anyway, this has been Showcase. My name is Incoherence, and this is the game called Battlefleet Gothic Armada. It's quite fun, I have to say. Quite a lot of fun. Anyway, everyone, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I will catch you guys another time.